Have you ever been introduced to a fundamentally phenomenal musician? I mean, the kind of singer-songwriter whose every line touches something in your soul and something in the soul of the world. In my day, this happened usually in one of two ways. Perhaps the more common was when a friend burned a CD for you, put it in your hands, and said something like, "You really need to listen to this." I still have several of those CDs in my closet. My friends were never wrong when commenting on Robert Earl or Guy Clark, Townes Van Zandt. The other way this happened, and this is the far better way, but the far less common, I fear. The other way was the song that you heard around the campfire in the middle of the woods. The smell of the oak and the pine burning together, mixed with a little sweat, and then the cool air you could breathe deeply when you stepped away from the fire. That was practically magical on its own. But when this was the setting for a six-string and an old weathered voice, or a couple of guys harmonizing, the winds swept pieces of heaven down upon us. Now, most of that happened for me under the stars in the natural state of Arkansas. But I'm told that it happens anywhere you can grow up. And truth be told, I'm hopeful that's right. Something similar happens on a slower timeline when a good professor gives you his best syllabus. He's not giving you a bunch of random assignments or busy work. He's not handing on some academic hazing of the form that, we all had to write this mega paper or read this impossible book. No. No, the good professor reaches back on his shelf and he pulls out an old friend and he says, "You really should read this, and then you should think about it." So when you get that syllabus from a favored professor, remember, he's sharing with you something that reached inside and touched him. And he's also trying to give you that part of his soul. Sometimes it's a haunting blues tune. Sometimes a tender ballad. Sometimes it's just a fun riff. Receive it. Treasure it as you would a tune that deserves to float around inside your heart for a while. Smell the smoke of whatever kinds of trees grow in your native soil. See the stars shining upon you as you read these words and treasure them.